right. So before I proceed further, let me check again the sound testing. Yes. Okay, I'm live. Okay, so if let's say you're watching live right now, give me a hashtag live. If let's say you're watching replay, give me a hashtag replay and tell me which city you're watching from. And I'm using this called Be Live, and I'm going to input the link down below. It's not too bad. It's just that every time I want to start my live, I need to do a lot of sound tests to make sure that you guys can hear me before I proceed further. So basically, this is one of the greatest topic for me to do this week because I nearly got about 5 to 6 people asking me about these questions this week, which I want to help those who are thinking of starting out a business, or if let's say right now you are somewhat trying to have a 9 to 6 kind of job, but at the same time you want to start a side hustle. I just want to warn you, like the hard truth, it is about business, and you must possess this below quality that I'm going to talk to you about in order to be persistent and be consistent at your business. Okay, so no matter where you are in your journey, there will be some point in our life that we wanted to start a new business. Maybe it's because you have been seeing like a lot of people start venturing into online business, and then you see the successful story, and then no one tell you the failure story. So that's the reason why I'm here today to tell you how is it really like when you're starting a business, like what kind of quality that you must possess in order to make sure that you will not scare yourself into starting a business. And then I also want to prepare you way ahead, like before you are deep diving into it. Like, what are the things that you need to prepare for yourself mentally? I wouldn't say that there will be anything to prepare physically, but then majority it will be mentally. Okay, so one thing that you must prepare is that a lot of people may not tell you, but what I see that a lot of people fail in their business is the grit. I want to talk about this grit. This is so damn important. So, what is grit exactly? I don't know whether you heard about this theory. They call it as a marshmallow theory. So what this marshmallow theory is about is that they are testing like kindergarten kids, like maybe 4 years old and 5 years old. They want to see like whether these kids possess the quality of grits, means that they are able to overcome the obstacles, even though there are obstacles ahead of them. They are okay to be persistent about it and try to find different methods in order to overcome these challenges in order to reach their goal. So this is what we call grit, right? Hi guys, whoever you're out there. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. So this grit is very interesting. They use this marshmallow. How they do the experiment is that they will actually invite the kids about 4 to 5 years old into the room. Then they will give them a bowl of marshmallows and then tell the kids, you know what? These are the bowl of marshmallows. I'm going to put it in front of you in the table right now. And if let's say you can't wait about maybe 30 minutes when I come back and not eating and not taking any marshmallow from here, I'll give you 2 marshmallows. Right. So to us, it is like no brainer, right? If let's say I can wait for another 30 more minutes, it means I will get 1 extra marshmallow. If let's say I want to take it right now, I can only take 1. Okay, so based on this experiment scenario, most likely from what you are thinking right now, you'll be thinking like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for 30 minutes. Marshmallows, I can wait, right? Okay, but then right now, I want you guys to think about this. Marshmallows is just a metaphor of what you want in your life. It can be like, big house, big car. Everybody have different goals. Of course, that might not be the goal that you have, but I just want to link the marshmallows is the goals that you have. Be it financial or non-financial is fine as well. You can even apply it to the relationship, okay? So it doesn't have to be like tied to like financial numbers. And then the second thing is the 30 minutes time. Remember, we told the kids to wait. The 30 minutes, it's how long you're able to persist. But in real life right now, when you are doing business, you wouldn't know whether you are going to get the marshmallows or not. In real life, doing business, you are not sure. And the second thing is that you are not sure, is it you are going to wait for 30 minutes, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years in order to see the fruits of the efforts that you're putting in. Maybe all the while for the efforts that I put in, it did not have any fruits. It can be possible. So that's the reason why that. But after being like because in 10 years time of like entrepreneurship journey, I started really early in online business in my country. Of course, in US, in Europe country that most of you guys are from, you guys started early. But then we in Southeast Asia, we start the online e-commerce is really late. Like it's really late to be famous in our country, right? So that's why I consider started very early in my e-commerce journey, and throughout the entire 10 years, I always see this pattern, like people come and go. Like there will be people seeing their friends like doing very well in online business, and then they decided to join in. Okay. And then after they join in, then only they realize, oh my God, what did I get myself into? They join in for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. They did not see any fruits. They give up. But little did they know, maybe they are just 3 feet from goal. Like 3 feet from goal is like one of the famous story that is being mentioned in the Think and Grow Rich. If let's say you guys are a fan of the Think and Grow Rich, you should probably know about this story. I also mentioned it before. I got this story from my friend Joe Jabonsky from Groove Funnels. So basically, this is one thing you have to remember. Whenever you are dive into business, you must have the grit. You must be able to persist and put in efforts consistently and be patient to wait for the fruits, to be able to see the fruits. This is one of the most important criteria that I've seen so many of my friends, they jump into e-commerce. It doesn't have to be e-commerce. It can be like online marketing, or maybe it's like they want to start an academy. They want to be a coach. But when they dive in, they put in their efforts for about 3 months time, they haven't seen the fruit, like 3 feet from goal, like seriously 3 feet from goal. They decided to give up. And because when I asked about the reason, they said that, you know what, because I couldn't take it. I couldn't persist any longer because I couldn't see the fruits. I felt like I couldn't see the results. So here's the problem. So that is the reason why no matter what business you're in, you must be able to make decisions, right decisions at the right time and meet really lucky people. I mean, you have to meet the right people at the very same time. Pick the right thing to learn. At the same time, be persistent about it. So that is so damn important. And a second trait that I see a lot of people, especially newbie, they may not make it. It's because they give themselves too many excuses. Okay, what kind of excuses I heard? Which the other day, you know what? I just watched. I think I just read a book. I felt like I was also making these kind of excuses as well. Like I'll just tell you what excuses I've been making. Okay, so this is totally. I think this is totally my fault. I need to take some responsibility of that. I will probably say to myself, you know what? Facebook ads is really expensive. That is the reason why I shouldn't start Facebook ads. Then the other day when I read the book again, they said, you know what? To be an entrepreneur, a successful one, you have to stop making excuses for yourself. And that is the exact same excuse that I've been making. So that's the reason why recently I've been like diving into really a lot of reading a lot of materials, learning Facebook ads and YouTube ads all over again. It is not that Facebook ads did not work. It's just that I haven't mastered the skill. I haven't really deep dive into it. So it's my problem. It's my responsibility. So that's the second thing that I want to mention. A lot of newbie entrepreneurs along the way, trust me, there will be damn a lot of challenges that you're going to face, and you need to be okay with that. Be like water. I probably mentioned this before. You need to be like water. Means like you need to adapt. Like water is like very special, right? Whenever you put them into like a tall bottle, the shape will be like tall. When you put them into a round bottle, the shape will be like round, right? So be like water. Whatever you face, there will be challenges ahead of you. Think of solution to overcome the challenge. And it is very normal. It's just like whenever you're at work, whether you're working at 9 to 5, you'll also be facing with different types of issue, different type of difficulty, and you'll also find ways in order to overcome the challenge. So the second thing is definitely stop making excuses for yourself, but instead be like water, be flexible, be adaptive, and it's all right that you do not know what is ahead of you. And whenever the things like the obstacles come, that's where you'll figure things out, right? But a lot of newbie entrepreneurs, when they face like an obstacle, they'll be like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Why would I have like faced all these problems, right? So sometimes I do have that, and that is a wrong mentality, which I want to constantly remind myself. Whenever there's obstacles, you know what? Tough times don't last, but tough people do. It is about your attitude in facing the different kind of challenges that actually, and also your perception of what those challenges meant to you, that makes the difference. Okay, so that would be the number two. Making a lot of excuses, just like what I did. So that's why recently I've been like, I think I spent the entire week in order to learn like YouTube ads and Facebook ads. I make a mistake of relying too much of organic marketing. Organic marketing is definitely very good for newbies. When you're starting out, you want to validate your ideas. I will definitely, if let's say you are starting out, just go for organic marketing, no problem, to validate your ideas. But as soon as that you have validated your ideas, go for paid ads in order to scale that. So that's the reason why after I have done like season 1 of Amazing Challenge and season 2 of Amazing Challenge. So what is it regarding is actually a 7-day live video ideas that I'm going to guide you daily for about 15 minutes. It's a daily mentorship and training with me in this amazing 7 days challenge. And we are going to do the videos together, and also there are prizes to be won. So if let's say you are someone that you're afraid of, like you are not sure what to talk in front of the camera, you always want to go live, want to record video in order to record your own courses, your own academy, or your video sales letter, but then you just can't do it, you should actually join us at our Amazing Challenge, and you can go to www.amazingchallenge.us, and we are closing the registration in 3 days time. Okay, so the link is down below here. I'm actually putting here. Okay, so the third thing that I think a lot of newbies entrepreneurs, the mistakes that they make is that they give up too fast. It's something that I mentioned just now. It's like you have to be persistent, and you have to be able to grasp how to pivot. You have to be able to know, because sometimes giving up is like a chicken and egg kind of thing. Why do I mean it's a chicken and egg? If let's say a way did not work, you should pivot the method. You should not ever give up on your goal. If let's say your goal is to launch your own academy, fix the goal, okay? But then maybe the way that you are employing in launching your own academy, your own courses, your own coaching program did not work. Pivot the method. But do not give up on the goal. Do not give up on your mission that you set for yourself. Because over the time, you will feel like, oh my God, why is this not working? Trust me, I have those feelings all the time. Like maybe I started actually talk about this, but I just want you guys to realize that is actually part and parcel of entrepreneurship. Like you will constantly face the issue why this doesn't work and why that doesn't work, and it is okay. And a lot of us, we don't really talk about that, because to us, like, you know what, it's part and parcel of the entrepreneurship. But if let's say you are starting out, I want you to realize that is a norm, and you have to be comfortable with a lot of different challenges ahead of you, and do not give up on the goal, but always pivot the method when something is not working. Find a way to make it work. Maybe the way is because you are lack of a particular skill. Sharpen your skill. Learn new things to sharpen your skill. I realize that I've been learning like new things every single week. Even though I don't actually just like jot down what I've learned, but I realized 1 year ago, I look at myself like 1 year ago, I learned so much more things that I've never done in the past. I was like in the business for some time, like, you know, I haven't been improving myself. So that's why this year it's actually the lockdown year for me, and Malaysia is still locking down. So that's why I've been spending a lot of my time in order to sharpen my skill. And this has been a really amazing journey for me. Okay. And the fourth thing is that, okay, they are looking for instant gratification. So what is instant gratification? If let's say you are someone that after you work for 3 hours, you expect to be paid for 3 hours kind of work. then I'm sorry, my dear. Business is not for you. Because business is all about delayed gratification. It means that maybe you need to put in a lot of hours of work and you're not so sure that whether there's any fruits from your efforts. It can be you have been spending so many hours in making an online course, but nobody bought it. It can be maybe you have like learning a lot of ads, spending a lot of hours in creating the videos, the creative, writing a copywriting, and no one bought it. It could happen, right? So that's why if let's say you want to dive into business, the first thing that you must remember is that it's just like a marshmallow theory. It's a delayed gratification, right? It is not like if let's say you're looking for instant gratification, today you work for 3 hours, you're expected to be paid 3 hours, then you should work 9 to 6, because 9 to 6 is exactly, they will tell you, because of the certainty they are telling you, you know what, if let's say you work at this certain, you give me your 8 hours, I'm just going to give you a certain amount of wages that is a fix. That is the reason why employment is more for you. And it doesn't mean that employment is bad, because ultimately you have to think about what kind of a lifestyle that you want to have. If let's say because I don't want some of you guys, you may have thought about, you know what, starting business is good, but have you ever thought about, is this for you? What kind of lifestyle eventually you want to live by? Are you someone that you prefer to have like a stability, and then you don't really like to like overcome different challenges, have a lot of different uncertainty in business, right? So if let's say that is not the lifestyle you want, you can even climb the corporate ladder. There's no harm in doing that, because I've seen that there are a lot of like gurus out there. They always sell a dream that starting online business is the way. Starting online business or starting business in general is the way, but it is not the only way. You eventually have to realize what is good for you. Of course, if let's say you're someone who is young, just go explore. Like you're not sure. Probably you're in a stage of life that you are not sure whether you should start a business. If let's say you're not sure, my advice, just go and start it. But prepare that there is a possibility that you might fail, and you need to be okay with that, because life is a learning process. I feel like I'm constantly learning all the time. I have something that fail, but then I tell myself, you know what, it's all right? So that's why if let's say you're young and you're still like have a lot of fire, and you're okay with a little bit of not unstable, just go and try things out, right? To explore. Is it you prefer to have like your own business, or you prefer to have like a stability, like a corporate job that pays you well? If let's say after you experiment and explore, that is where you're able to decide based on like the feedback, based on your experience, you're able to know what is good for you, what do you enjoy, right? So that's why I don't want to give the impression that starting online business is the way, is the only way. That is one of the ways. And figuring out what kind of lifestyle you want is equally as important. It's not like it's not like everyone wants to have like big house and big car, right? So everybody have a different goal. So that's why recently I actually dived into this course, which got me into thinking. They talk about you do not want to climb over a ladder and climb to the top and realize that is not the life that you want. Let me repeat it. What it says is that you do not want to climb over a ladder, like a corporate ladder, and then when you're at the top, then you realize, you know what? This is not the scenery that I'm signed up for. A lot of people are making this mistake. It's not like I already been at the top. It's more like I've been learning from books. This is what they say. A lot of people, they die regretting the things that they are chasing the wrong things. They only realize they are chasing the wrong things like when they are like, they have no chance to rectify that anymore. So that's why you have to think about that. Is starting business really something that you want, or is just because of your ego? Is it the kind of lifestyle is something that you're able to cater to? That is equally important. Like, are you starting a business seriously? You need to work like constantly. I'm not going to lie, before you're able to see the fruit. That's why a lot of this week I have a lot of friends ask me, "Oh my God, June, I want to join this program. Like, should I join?" Then I was like asking, "Okay, do you have 6 months time that you every day you are going to pour in about 3 to 4 hours, but there may not be any fruits?" Then the answer they give me is like, "Oh yeah, I may not. I want to be able to see the fruits like 1 week after I join the program." Then I told them, you know what, this is not happening because this is not a get rich quick. So that is one thing that I want to like talk to you guys, and definitely I agree very much with Kishore, Loon, as well as Pauline. Pauline's I want to like give a shout out to Pauline because she's like super having the grit. When I saw her website, I was like, oh my god, you have read a lot, you have like watched a lot of videos in how to do that, right? So I hope that this video find you guys well, and of course for those out there, if let's say you are just not sure whether this is for you, my advice, go for it, because after you have done that, you will have like data feedback to tell you whether you like it or not. And if let's say also you have been wanting, of course, if let's say you accept my challenge, you have been wanting to start a video and then you're unable to do that, remember to join my 7-day live video challenge, where we are starting on 17th of July 2021. We are closing the registration in 3 days time, so you still have 3 days time to think over. It's actually just $1 per day for my mentorship, and I'm going to guide you every single day for 15 minutes, and we are going to do this live video together. So from our ex challenges, they said that it is really super easy for them to get started after being procrastinating for some time, not able to do video. They are able to do like videos so easily throughout the challenge because we make it easy for you. So if let's say you're interested, remember to join our amazing challenge at www.amazingchallenge.us. And remember, starting a business is never easy. But if let's say you're always on fire, you want to figure out, come and join us and start by publishing your first ever piece of content. That is your first ever video marketing. And I look forward to see you guys in the amazing challenge then, and take care then. Take care. Bye.